is just living with चलता है यार, ठीक है चलता है, सब कुछ चलता है. No matter what happens, we have one go-to thing we say, and that is चलता है. I said, you will not lead your life like that. You will not be that person.
Radio Nasha. Hi, Pareee हूँ मैं, and this is 91.9 FM Radio Nasha. Okay, and let me welcome. You know, there are some voices that give you the chills, if I can say so. Subtle plug-in. Let's welcome Shalmali to the studio. Hi, Shalmali.
Thank you so much, Pareee. Thank you very much, and I'm happy that you found a way to sneak that word in.
I know. How are you? कैसे हो आप?
I am living my best life right now.
I can see that.
I really am.
Shalmali, the album sounds amazing. I think nine songs.
There are 9 songs.
हैं. 2XSideB. This is.
Yes.
9 गाने हैं, and you know the best part about you personally, मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि the way you make everything so personal. You know, हर गाने के पीछे एक स्टोरी है. हर गाने में शालमली है. It's not just कि कहीं से भी कोई भी लिरिक्स उठाकर you know लिख दिया है. It is just so personal. So ये कितना easy या difficult होता है हर चीज को personal रखना, गानों को personal रखना.
मुझे लगता है मुझे इससे दूसरा इसका alternative क्या है यही पता नहीं है. This is to me the only way to write music right now, at least. The songwriting that I have done so far has come from a personal space because that has been what has inspired me. But I need to be able to write out of thin air also. But right now, the phase of writing that I am in, ऐसी चीजें मेरे surrounding में हो रही हैं जो inspirational हैं. Whether it's a love song or whether it's a song like चलता है, which is about the attitude of our city, the attitude of our country, जहाँ पे हम किसी को भी कोई भी चलता है यूज कर लेता है. रॉन्ग साइड से गाड़ी चलाई, अरे छोड़ना है, चलता है यार, रोज लोग करते हैं ये. And that can't be our attitude. And that's one of the songs on the album, जो अभी by the way release नहीं हुआ है पर होने वाला है. And I'm so happy to be talking to you about it because inspiration is all around us. And it's just for us to tap into it. And with 2XSideB, मेरी यही कोशिश रही है कि I tap into whatever's inspiring me. Like the song Running on the album, although the song is called Running, it's about, is it really necessary कि हम इतना दौड़े लाइफ में, यानी एक प्रोजेक्ट के बाद दूसरा, बस पकड़ने के लिए, मीटिंग पहुंचने के लिए, people need to hear this, people need to see this, and thank you for bringing it up because looks like it reached the people.
It did. हमारा जो hustle culture है, हम उसके we are a part of that culture. But शालमली, आपने प्लेबैक सिंगिंग भी की है, आपने फिल्मों के लिए गाने गाए हैं, एंड आप इंडिपेंडेंटली भी सिंगिंग सॉन्ग राइटिंग करते हो. सबसे बड़ा डिफरेंस एज अ परफॉर्मर, एज एन आर्टिस्ट, आपको क्या फील होता है?
ओनरशिप. जो ओनरशिप मुझे मेरे लिखे हुए गानों पर लगती है, जैसे अभी ये एल्बम के गाने, बिकॉज इट कम्स फ्रॉम सच अ पर्सनल स्पेस, लाइक यू वेरी राइटली सेड, इट्स समथिंग दैट आई हैव एक्सपीरियंस्ड इन माय लाइफ. इट्स अ विजुअल, लाइक you give me chills, you're walking out of the bathroom, you're such a thrill, that towel ride under your navel is something I've seen. And which is why I wrote those lines. So when I sing them, I'm taken back. मैं उस scene के बारे में सोच रही हूँ. Whereas जब playback के लिए गाना होता है, तब वो scene director, music director क्रिएट कर रहे हैं आपके सामने की फिल्म में अभी ये होने वाला है. यू हैव टू थिंक, यू हैव टू गो देयर एंड सिंग. इट्स अ डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ चैलेंज. इट इज अ चैलेंज एंड इट्स वन दैट यू लर्न अ लॉट फ्रॉम. बट आई फील नाउ दैट मैंने इंडिपेंडेंट भी किया है और फिल्मों में भी गाया है. द काइंड ऑफ कनेक्शन आई फील विद माई इंडिपेंडेंट म्यूजिक इज लाइक योर बेबी. इट्स योर बेबी. इट्स लाइक मुझे ये कपड़े पहनाने, उसको आज आज मैं ऐसे कपड़े पहना के मेरी बेबी ऐसे दिखेगी, there's a lot of ownership you feel over your independent music.
Right. But what is the kind of music that you grew up with, Shalmali? क्या आपने 80's 90's के गाने सुने हैं? क्या आप क्या सुनते थे that inspired you कि यार मुझे भी करना है, मुझे बनना है singer?
So I definitely have heard 80s का music क्योंकि I miss the 80s by 2 days. I'm a 2nd January 1990 born, so
just
I miss the 80s by 2 days. That's my line. Like every time anybody meets me जो 80s born होता है ना, वो बोलता है ये और 90s girl. I said, listen, I miss the 80s by 2 days. Okay, 2 days. Anyway,
but 90s was an amazing time for music.
Oh yeah.
It
Oh,
was.
see, now it's all cool because there are younger people than me. You know how the oldies talk, na? They get like scandalized by that word 90s. You're a 90s person. But amazing music in the 90s, and I think Michael Jackson was my go-to person for the 80s because of his albums that came then. Or 90s, I think Shan's cassette was the first thing I bought. Like with डब्बा वाला मनी थोड़ा महीनों तक I accumulated, and then वहाँ पे क्या प्लैनेटम करके एक स्टोर होता था, वहाँ से मैंने शान की कैसेट खरीदी थी, and that was my memory of my first cassette. मेरी कैसेट है. बॉलीवुड की हमारे पास 2 कैसेट्स थे जो अभी भी हैं घर पे, रोजा और बॉम्बे, and it's evergreen. You still listen to it and you're like, oh my god, I just heard something I hadn't heard then.
Yeah.
So whether it's for just a listener who's non-musical or it's a musician listening, सभी के लिए वो इतने rich albums हैं दोनों.
Yeah. So ये जो album है 2XSideB, coming back to that album, उसका कौन सा एक गाने का थोड़ा सा पार्ट आप रेडियो नशा के listeners के लिए भी गाना चाहोगे? चलता है हमको क्यों चलता है, चलता है हमको क्यों चलता है, छोड़ना इतना कौन सोचेगा, अरे इसको बोल यार ये तो है रोज का, तू होता कौन है, तू मुझको सिखाएगा, हाँ मैं तो एक हूँ तो क्या तू सबको अब समझाएगा. You heard this, right? People say this. 2 मिनट को ही तो बुरा हमको लगता है, खलता है फिर खलना भी टलता है, क्योंकि हमको तो सब कुछ चलता है. Right? We're so good at this. चलता है हमको तो चलता है. We're so good at this. हमको तो सब कुछ चलता है. Oh, we're so good at this. चलता है हमको क्यों सब कुछ चलता है. Oh, we're so good at this. चलता है हमको तो सब कुछ चलता है. Oh wow, I could see everyone in the studio just just moving along, and the feel is amazing. बहुत सही है. ये आप क्या खाते हो शालमली? What do you eat? क्या secret क्या है इस pop starish आवाज का? Oh my god, I so envy it यार.
Don't. If it wasn't for people like you who showed interest in this kind of music, well, we wouldn't have those many people listening to it. So we needed to do what you're doing.
Of course.
And yeah, I really appreciate the fact that you're letting me on your show speak about the music that I'm doing. And when you're asking me kya khate ho na, it's not so much khate ho, but I'm just so moved by certain things. And this is something my father actually, I'd like to tell you about a little bit about this song. My father used to come home very grumpy, when I was growing up. Like, and it had nothing to do with a day at work. It used to be stuff about the city that used to bother him. It used to be like, everybody is just living with चलता है यार, ठीक है चलता है, सब कुछ चलता है. No matter what happens, we have one go-to thing we say, and that is चलता है. He said, you will not lead your life like that. You will not be that person. You will not make do with whatever.
Just not like settle for anything.
Don't settle for anything, and don't fall back on that. Because सब कुछ नहीं चलता है. Breaking a signal, throwing trash on the road, polluting the city, not paying your due to people around you is not चलता है. So this song begins with, wow, we did this so much. We're so good at this now. चलता है हमको तो सब कुछ चलता है. So for me, this song, although it's like this hip hop and there's two really cool featuring artists on this song. Also, another exciting thing about the song. But for that, let's wait for the release.
Yes, absolutely.
But having said that, like, I feel this song has a lot to say, and I hope that I'm able to convey that through.
Yeah. No, and as I said, मैंने एकदम beginning में जैसा कहा था कि the best part is that how you make everything so personal. There is a story in every song.
Oh, yeah.
And ultimately stories ही है जिससे हम connect कर सकते हैं, right? क्योंकि आप किसी को बहुत ही preachy way में बोलोगे तो कोई सुनना नहीं चाहेगा.
That was the scary word for me, that this song cannot get preachy.
Yeah.
नहीं तो कोई नहीं सुनेगा.
Yeah. But all the best, Shalmali. So good meeting you and lovely listening to your songs. Running इस album का जो गाना है.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I know. It's become like my morning running song.
Yes!
So all the very best. And keep coming to the studio, yaar. Keep doing great stuff.
I really love that.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Radio Nasha.